Hey, what's up? It's your boy BobbySapphire with another Star Wars Legion video. What? I'm here with BloodOcean, my dude Bobby Joe. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I am amazing. Actually, I got like a cold, so I'm sound super stuffed up. I'm trying not to sniffle. It's like a whole thing. I just poured some whiskey, hoping it would clear my sinuses.
Hey, looks like I'm gonna have to join you with some rum,
Oh yeah, you're a rum man.
of course.
Nice, nice. All right, so you just played Timbo 8700 in what was the top 32 of Invader League single elims?
Correct.
Sweet. And you guys both have crappy internet, so you're looking for someone to host it. And I rose to the occasion, the man of the community here, and hosted the game. And I was like, I'll just hit the record button on my streamer. And I didn't get to watch it or anything, so this is all new to me. But we're going to talk about your list that you were gifted, and then talk about your game a little bit, and just kind of like talk Legion while it happens. So I remember watching the stream to the SoCal Open, and in the chat, people were like, "Did someone go tell Bobby Joe he doesn't have a list submitted?" And that like someone had run over to you to tell you, and you still, I guess, didn't get it in because as punishment, quote unquote punishment, which is like pretty freaking funny. The powers that be who run Invader League decided to give you an Empire list. When you found that out, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, so I clearly remember that situation happening at SoCal. I believe it was LJ Pena that came over to me,
Oh yeah.
and I think it was during round one. I was already like a six pack down, so I didn't really care. So I just wanted to focus on my current game. I think it was like round one. Yeah,
You
but
drank six
I
beers
just
in round one.
I tried to do a six pack around.
All right then.
Yeah.
I did not know
Um.
that.
Yeah, it's my thing. A lot of people that know me like in person or played against me, if I'm sober, I'm gonna lose 100% of the time. So that's just a thing for
Wow,
me.
that's like your superpower.
Yeah, gets me in the right mindset.
I don't
But
think I
anyway,
could drink
I
15
just
beers. All
kind
right.
of forgot about it,
Yeah.
and I just was okay with it when I found out what the list was. I was very excited because Iden was in the list.
Hmm.
I've never played Iden previously,
Nice.
and same thing with Inferno Squad. Always looked very interesting, but was always too high for the cost. But now that we're playing with this list, it is secretly, how do I say, sneaky on objective play.
Yeah.
Not so much the killing aspect.
Well, I mean, speaking of expensive, I'm just like I have the list on the screen, and after the buffs, it's it's 752. I don't know what the point was for like how many points they gave you in it.
784.
Okay, so they gave you quite a bit, but still 752. That's 32 extra points. That's hefty. I gotta say, I've never played Empire before, but I just bought a small Empire collection, and it has Iden in 3 SFs, and I am all ready to go with a list with an ISF list to practice for YBTL and PAX Unplugged.
Yeah, these guys are. I like to approach this list as objective play first
Hmm.
versus anything else. And so far, it has worked out tremendously in my favor because you don't got really worry much about shooting or killing with them because of marksman. It's whatever you want, you can get with the aims.
Yeah, that's the thing. Marksman seems so OP. It's like such a good such a good ability. You have the four objectives. You have a recover, intercept, payload, and sabotage, and you have a 16-point bid that was given to you. So have you been taking blue player all 3 of your rounds, or
All
two of
three
your?
rounds.
Yep. And then which is there one that you like better than the rest?
I, out of all of them, I'd rather play sabotage.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean blue
And
player
in this game, we did
sabotage.
play sabotage.
Oh, sweet.
But
Um,
it's not the conventional way you're thinking. It's I'm the aggressor with the list.
all right. Do you have any other comments before we get to the game on the list? I'll just talk through it for the viewers, even though they can see it. Item Versio with O push, situational awareness, recon intel, and her gun, as well as ID 10. Boba Fett with push and recon intel. She's got a loadout here, Overwatch, and well, that's just her same gun. Uh, what do we get? Shore troopers with T21B, two stormtroopers with T21, a naked storm, a mortar. 2 snipers, and Inferno Squad with push and recon. Yeah, looks hot. And then you're playing against Timbo, who's playing 9 act Padme Saber tank, his standard game. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna switch to the game screen. When you found out you're playing Timbo and you knew the matchup, what were you thinking?
So I try to approach TTS like I approach Legion in person. I try not to look at my opponent's list and or the map, and that's the way I kind of like to do it because I like to build that flexibility on the fly, just like Legion was actually intended to be, you know,
Sure.
to be played in person. And I know TTS, it's okay to scout out the map and stuff, which is all cool. It's all good.
Yeah.
That's just not my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get that. I mean, it's definitely not the pure way to play. Like you said, like go to a table, figure it out on the fly. That's how it was
Yeah,
designed. And like these maps that we play over and over on TTS, they get old and they get rudimentary, and we just know what they're all about. All right, so you took blue. We got to. I thought I had it on the video, but maybe not. So we're playing VAPS, and what's the deployment? Because
roll
I
out.
rollout. I don't have any way to like this is just a static video because I wasn't watching. I like just hit record and then went to go hang out with my daughters. So we got rollout, VAPS, and what's the last one? Supply drop?
It was rapid reinforcement.
Rapid,
So
rapid.
I can go through turns real quick
Yeah,
because
let's do it.
I briefly remember. So the very first thing he was choosing a side right there, and he chose the side that has the very top side right now.
Gotcha.
That's where he's gonna go. And the we did the battle deck, and immediately I noticed that slots 3 and 4 was VAPS and recover. So I automatically knew I was never gonna win if I played intercept or payload against clones, especially now with exemplar.
Right.
They just I stood no chance in that, in my opinion. So I automatically double vetoed to VAPS, hoping he'll make a mistake to let me play recover. But Timbo is obviously an experienced player. He's not going to let me do that or do that to himself. So what he did end up doing was he banned fortified, I believe,
hmm
which led to rapid, and then he banned advanced positions, which gave him a rollout.
Yeah,
And
that's my favorite part of turn zero, being like, oh, maybe maybe they'll do this thing that I want them to do, and then obviously they never do because people are smart.
correct. And yeah, and I think he played turn zero the best he could, and for both of us, I think I got exactly what I wanted, which is not intercept or payload, and he got exactly what he wanted with his choice of conditions and deployment and board edge.
Sweet.
So yeah, I am enjoying these changes, and this is a game that definitely proves that it's still very strong for a red player.
Yeah, and I love looking at now the most important slot, that third and fourth slot. Like you just jump automatically to it. All right, so it looks like you get the deployments up and things are going. Um, Definitely don't worry about kiddo screaming in the background. I know that life.
Oh yeah,
uh,
that's my
I'm
daughter.
I'm fortunate that it's 9:30 at night my time, so everyone in my house is asleep. I know that you're on that West Coast life.
Yeah, West Coast life is pretty nice. It's a little hard work nights. Um, take care of my daughter after work. I get out at like 6:30 in the morning, so and then my
Yeah,
wife does college all day, so I usually get like 4 hours of sleep a night.
dang,
So
dude.
that's another
Well,
reason why I don't scout out maps on TTS because I rather sleep with my time.
yeah, that's probably a smarter move if you're only getting 4 hours. Well, I appreciate your time either way. Do you want to talk through these VAP placements and what you're thinking? It looks like you have a pretty great side for VAPs, to be honest.
Yeah, so I placed my first one in the middle to the left of the screen. That was
hmm
my first placement because that was just the absolute surefire way. He is just never going to get to there. And then the second one, it took me about a minute to decide where to put it, and I ended up going there on the very top of the screen. Reason being is complete line of sight blocking. So
Yeah,
I
he
was
has
like, okay, I
no
can
way to
put
see it.
anyone there. As soon as that VAP is done, they're gonna be safe. And then I looked at his VAPs, and I immediately saw that his bottom one was kind of out in the open. So there's really nothing much I can do about it because I was assuming he was gonna put his Saber tank there, and as the game goes on, we'll see what he does with the Saber tank.
So
So I'm very at this point. I'm thinking, okay, I was gonna put my Naked Storms to go do my VAP on the left hand side of the screen, and I'm gonna try to put some storms on the top here to try to bait out some snipers or the tanker out early, so he
and
can clear up some deployment space for his clones.
where did you think he'd put his tank? Did you think he'd put it like to the bottom here outside of the deployment zone, like um I
So
guess like close to where he's moving?
I thought he had three good options. So I thought he was gonna go on the top right of the screen, right where that downed tie interceptor is at,
Yep.
because that's a good flanking position. And then he could just strafe over anything. I was like, okay, that's very strong position.
Mhm.
He can potentially go on the bottom or front of his bottom VAP. That's another strong position.
Yep. Yeah.
And then, if he gets, something crazy happens, he could probably go on top of the hill as well,
Yep.
in front of his second VAP. That's another strong position as well. So I was just trying to see where he was gonna go with it.
Yeah, that
And right
that
now
No, go ahead.
he's putting out his arcs, trying to block some infiltration.
Mhm.
It's totally smart and it worked. It did. So I ended up just settling to go for the mortar right there.
Yeah, and where were you planning on trying to infiltrate?
I wasn't trying to do it at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At this point in time, I just like, all right, I don't know where his tank is at, and I don't know where his second set of arcs are going to be at. So as of right now, I'm not thinking about infiltrating. But I also like to infiltrate once he does scout out, because that puts me more of a safe mindset, I believe,
Mhm.
to put my not only snipers but my infiltrating squads.
Right. And you have a lot of great scout and infiltrate positions. On the left of the AT obviously has a lot of different places that you can hide somebody. And then even over by your top VAP, behind the ATST, you could absolutely, depending on, obviously you wouldn't want to infiltrate too early, but you could essentially infiltrate right to the VAP and punch it once if you needed to, or just be in that position to hop out either side, depending on where he puts his saber.
Yeah, so right now I'm just like testing out. Okay, I can at least try to get some cover on some shots on that VAP, on his bottom VAP right there. But I was also thinking he can also just one shot off a Saber. So I threw it out there as a let's see what he does in response to it,
Yeah.
or try to bail a airstrike type thing. That's what my sniper placement on the top was.
Yeah, I mean, I love bait. It's so good.
And it also goes it can also go real bad real quick.
Yeah, rollout is a tough one to plan for too with the saber tank, just because with that extra box, it could really just be anywhere.
Yeah, it's all reactionary at this point with rollout, and his list is just so incredibly tough to chew through,
Hmm.
because he can heal 5 wounds off his Saber.
Yeah.
That's not even including the dodges he's gonna get from Padme or from calculate odds for outmaneuver. So it's I had a tremendous uphill battle. See, and right now he's doing Padme, I believe, because she
Yeah, his Padme has
has
recon intel on her.
yes. Right now he's doing Padme.
Yeah, that's a perfect Padme spot too because she can see laterally, like that 45-degree angle for those mountains. She can
Yeah,
see to her right and left if she's facing that, and um, just absolutely untargetable.
yeah. So he put her there right in the middle. I was like, okay, that's a great placement for her, because that still leaves me with a lot of questions. Where is this saber going? I
Yeah,
have no idea.
yeah, it can be anywhere, and it does move so far, and it's so huge that the bubble is really crazy. And yeah, having Padme in that central position where she can't get shot is just so good. The clone standby sharing via Padme right now is just and Yoda to a degree is just so bonkers.
Yeah, it's very very tough. Um, you almost gotta rely on yourself playing a perfect game, or your opponent messing up, or just have some terrible dice.
Yeah, I
You
don't know
know.
if you watched the game I streamed the other night, which was Orchimedes versus Who Kicked My Dog, where it was an 8-act Padme, Yoda, Saber against orcs, Rex, Wookiees, and Orc got absolutely obliterated throughout that game and only had 4 activations left. One of which was R2 and completely out of the fight, and one of which was a 1 unit clone trooper, and he won because the guy just could not figure out his win condition. Like it was very, very clear that he needed to go tap a VAP, and he just couldn't figure it out. And Orc didn't let him win. He just suppressed. He used his 4 shots to suppress the things, and that was it. But I
Yeah, I
was really,
watched that
really.
game.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah, I was really,
Yeah, I
really
was in the
impressed.
chat screaming as well.
Yeah, I think I quit Legion for a good 12 hours after that.
Yeah,
I
I
started
pulled
having
some hairs out.
it. All
It was
right,
very stressful.
here it is. Here's the Saber tank.
Yeah, here it is. This was the big question mark of the whole game, honestly. Yeah. And prior to the Saber take placement, on the bottom of that screen, I placed Boba. He has recon, and I ended up placing the bounty on R2 just to try to hope deny him for score secret mission. So that's why I put Boba on the flank. And as you see on the very top, at this point, I only infiltrated Iden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, I like that. I really like that infiltrate position. And then these are
Yeah.
the um, Inferno squad you're putting with her.
Yes, this is Inferno Squad, and Iden and Inferno do have recon, so I do actually recon into range 3 of his arcs and Padme, which right now is a little hard bit to see because she is behind those pillars, behind that downed X-Wing.
Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, I love.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Jin when I was learning how to play, and I love recon intel on the infiltrate. It's just you set up a shot, you can make a pretty aggressive card play and get get a shot on, get your dodge and do some work. All right, so I can't see the cards. Looks like he's playing Padme's 3-pip to get Exemplar Reliable going. And what's that card from you? I'm not familiar with all
Tech
the.
Strike.
Oh, you
Iden's
went.
3
Oh yeah,
pit.
yeah. The here special forces can reduce their speed to get tactical and I
Yeah,
forget what
they
else.
get steady and
Steady and
tactical.
tactical. Yeah, there you go. Strong card. I successfully sabotaged communications against it one time.
Yeah, it
My
feels bad for me
yeah, it's
if that ever
yeah
happens.
yeah.
Yeah, and this is actually, I think, out of the 3 games I've played so far with it, this was the first game I actually turned one Tech Strike.
Is this the only one you played with a vehicle?
No, I did face double bust last round with Op Luke and Wookiees. That was not a fun game for me.
Did he have sabcoms in his?
Um, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Can't remember. Yeah. So I did end up winning the priority on this turn, and my first act was to remove a arc model.
Yep. So you used that sniper that you were using as bait, moved up, and double moved in marksman to crit.
Yeah. So the snipers won't gain marksman, so I did ended up rolling, uh, using both my aims to roll 2 crits into it. So I did ended up killing a model
Oh,
from it,
nice.
and then I also chose that unit because I did not want the saber tech just to move once and obliterate it.
Right. Yeah. Smart. This looks like who's that moving for him? Is that?
That is his second arc strike team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I see it now. Cool.
Yeah, that piece, that dark piece of the terrain that's right behind those pillars in the middle, that is difficult terrain. It's area terrain that's also heavy cover. It's
Yeah,
very interesting piece of
that's
terrain.
where the infamous VAP that we were just talking about, Orc's VAP, was right
Oh
in
yeah,
that
that's
little
right. It
bit. Yeah,
was.
I actually thought. I mean, really, Orc won that on turn 0. That was a brilliant VAP placement. Um, yeah. So I don't know how much you want to talk about like play by play, or if you just want to like talk in general about I don't know the state of the game. I don't know how fun it is to just like narrate everything that's going on. But I guess like turn 1's pretty interesting. So I do kind of like hearing what
This
your
was
thoughts
definitely
were
the
for
most
turn.
important turn of the game, hands down.
Yeah, well, talk me through it then, and we can just chew the
All right,
fat
so
after.
right now, we're talking about where I need to put my guys, my Iden or ISF to see his Padme. Because right now, since it is area terrain, there is crates. The crates are blocking the line of sight, but since it's area terrain, it's technically I could see her, with a silhouette. So that's what we're talking about right now in the game.
Oh,
And
because area terrain crates don't exist.
correct. So as we're pinging and stuff right now, and since we determined that I can see her, I'm trying to kill Padme because the moment I kill Padme, there's I can at least try to kill something now in this list other than
Yeah, you can actually engage
something.
it because there's
I can actually
no
do something in my
there's no
life.
standby. There's no standby. That saber tank is only attacking once a turn, which while fine, that's not why you take it. That's not why you bring this
Yeah,
list.
exactly. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to because he doesn't have order on Padme right now. He actually exemplared it to the tank.
Oh, he authoritative to
Oh,
the tank. Yeah,
authoritative. Yes,
yeah. So she's hung out to dry.
correct. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right here, and
I can tell by your excitement that this is going to go well for you.
yeah,
I
it's
mean, you get tack strike on an open, not open, but like on Padme, but it's basically open because you can just make it crits. You're gonna have 3 aims here. Oh, plus
yes.
you retinue an aim, or do you retinue a dodge?
I retinue a dodge just in case I was hung out to dry.
Coward.
Hey, you gotta play it
I'm
safe.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
There we go. 4 into Padme, she saves 1.
And then they don't have lethal.
No, so I did spend
Oh, you spent it
that.
all.
I spent it for lethal my last aim, so it was actually pierced.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
yeah, you got all 4 through. Sweet. Yeah, and that's the rare Padme without a dodge. Just nothing doing. And it looks like he just maybe drew clone commander there.
now he drew a core unit right
Okay.
there, and then he moved it towards his VAP.
And then your girl Iden's gonna come and clean up.
So the whole time I was doing this, though, I was like, even if I kill Padme or something, his whole list is literally just gonna shoot at me now.
Yeah, I mean that's
Like,
the trade-off, right? The game is trading resources. I was talking about this on an X-wing podcast last night. These miniature games are all about trading resources, and X-wing is a game where no one wants to trade, but in Legion, it's really tough not to trade. Like it's really tough to shoot things and not get shot.
yeah, and the only reason why I was doing this is I really thought this was the play to objectively make me win the game.
Yeah, and down goes Padme. But you're right. Like his whole team hasn't gone, and your stuff is shootable. I guess the only thing that's really good for you is he would have to displace his whole army to get a shot on Iden.
That's very true. I didn't even think about that. It's very true.
Because I don't think he could see her if he goes around if he just goes straight and banks right. He might be able to see Inferno Squad like that, but that's about it. And then he's exposing his weak spot to your entire army. So I don't like where he can go. But I think that's a trait. Like, I mean, even if he kills Inferno or Iden, to trade that for Padme, I think that's a trade you make all day.
Yeah. So in this case, the answer was yes, but that's it's all situational, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to make any blanket statement in Legion. Like, there's just gonna be things that are different no matter what. But in this game, in this list, I think trading, especially look how much value you got out of Tax Strike, right? Like, if if you cash out Iden in Tax Strike to kill Padme, and everything else is clean, then I think you're mostly okay. I guess you're down on points because your Iden is pretty expensive. Your Iden's 138. Yikes.
Yeah, it's and there's no way for it to ever get a surge or anything in this list,
Yeah.
or to even vigilance dodge. It's just not a thing.
Yeah. 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 You should
Yeah,
just have to quick thinking and
I'm,
sit
I'm a
back.
single model stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went with Boba on the bottom to try to pressure his bottom VAP, and I wanted to do a single move and dodge win because there's no point double moving out to the open so the Saber can try to recover some points for him.
Oh yeah, you got to play
And
that Boba slow. I mean, especially he can sit like you can double move behind that mountain next turn and then just jump over when you're ready.
yeah, and I was debating the whole time. Like, all right, what turn do I even go for his VAP? You know,
Yeah, I mean, you really just have
because
to threaten it.
just because someone's up on points doesn't mean I shouldn't go for the VAP as well.
Oh, 100%. You can't just take a lead and sit here in Legion. Like they're going to find a way to shoot you. They're going to find a way to hurt you.
Yeah, he has more firepower than me. Even though Padme's gone, I mean, he still has better dice
He's
at the
still
end of
yeah,
it.
he's still clones.
It's clones. This is
Yeah.
pre RG clones. Yeah, his list is still better than
Yeah,
mine at this point.
he's still got fives and he's still got, you know, C6. He can do work.
Yeah,
And he's still got a freaking tank.
exactly. I got a bunch of white dice. That's all I got.
uh So what's his game plan this turn? Is he pushing up and shooting you, or is he end up turtling?
Well, hmm. If I remember what we were talking, and he has to kill. He has to kill something at this point,
Yeah.
right? And then, which makes the most sense is to kill Iden because I itself, I believe, is if I'm not mistaken, 1 point less than Padme.
Oh, really?
I think they're 94 and she's 95.
In his list, she's 102 because of all the upgrades.
Oh, that's right.
And in your
Yeah, so he has to
list,
kill Iden at this point in time. And that is his game plan. And he does a really good job of it.
I'm trying to see what the old ISFs cost, but Tabletop Admiral is betraying me.
Oh yeah, I was probably thinking of the new point value for ISF. Because I know they're definitely cheaper than a generic
Yeah, the
yeah.
ISF nerf, the Inferno nerf is like straight up bonkers.
Yeah,
Like for it to
I
be
don't
88
understand.
points, it just doesn't make any. For it to be cheaper than the generic heavy, it's just crazy. Oh yeah, I can't get these points to load. Oh well, who cares? All right,
Yeah.
so finally we see what's going on with the tank. So there's that bank right maneuver. We missed it, but he looks like he killed an Inferno model.
Oh yes, he killed an Inferno model with
The
I
strike,
believe it
the
was
arc strike.
a clone unit. Yeah, but at this point in time, I see what he's doing, and I'm thinking to myself, well, there's really nothing I can do to stop it. He's gonna kill me, you know,
Yeah, he's
because
moving everything up, but he
yeah,
is
there's
leaving that
nothing I can
bottom
really
VAP
do.
like nothing's over there. Like it looks pretty free for Boba.
That is true. Yeah, that is something we're gonna have to see in the future here. But
Yeah,
that
for
is very
sure.
true, and that is something I did have definitely kept that in mind.
Yeah, you want to keep that in your back pocket. I mean, it's not going to take him much to move his whole army over there, but as long as you stay up on Axe, um, you're in a good spot.
Yeah, so with the Saber here, he's just putting tremendous pressure on me now, because now those pillars that are on the top of the screen with that down ATST,
Yep.
all he has to do is make one strafe, and you can see my entire army. And whatever he shoots, they're gonna die.
Oh, can he go up there?
No, he can. So from his
Oh,
position
he
now,
can go
if he's
left.
straight to the left,
Yeah, I
he
got
can
it.
see my entire army.
Yeah, and he doesn't need a bubble, so who cares?
Exactly.
And your left portion of your army here, like you've just got some stormtroopers. Like it's gonna take you a while to take the tank out with just those
Yeah, I
guys.
have naked storms there,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, it's just a bunch of white dice hoping for crits.
Yeah.
And R2 is not even far away. So his repairs are right there too.
Yeah, so even with Padme down, it's like I still don't know. It's still anybody's game. It's like not even close. Like I don't even. There's no clear cut winner right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I played against a Saber list in my playing round for single Elims, and I killed the Saber tank either at the end of turn one or the beginning of turn two, and even that, it was still a game. Like it's Legion's a tough game, man. It's tough to play. It's tough to play with the lead.
Yeah, tremendously. I think the game is a lot harder when you're actually in the lead
Yeah, like
because
what
the
do you
moment
do?
you make a mistake, it's like, well, I got to come up with something else now.
Yeah, and your opponent has very clear objectives. Like I need to get victory points or I need to make kills, and you're like, ah, do I stay alive? Do I protect? What do I do? Do I shoot? Do I not expose myself? It's a lot more difficult.
Yeah, and then right here is a perfect situation of example of that. I mean, is I had to play Iden's one pip because I was like, well, if I don't, fire support and I die.
Yeah, she's gonna
That's
get
it.
nuked.
I'm in the open.
And what did he play? He played
He played
assault.
assault.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so he can't set up fire supports.
Right. Hey, I know you travel a lot for the game. Are you traveling anytime soon? Are you going to any of these events coming up?
I unfortunately can't go to any in December because I know PAX is happening and New Orleans, if I believe.
Yeah, they're the same
But
day.
that's right. Yes, they are. I remember reading that. But the next one I will attend is LVO though.
Nice.
Hopefully, that's still. I have my ticket. I just everything's still up in the air. But
Yeah, man.
most likely I'll go.
Nice. And you're gonna play Iden ISFs now.
Actually, I don't think so. No, that means I gotta go buy more models. I'm not trying to do that. The only thing I have for Empire is like Vader, three dudes, and a lat. That's the only thing I own for Empire.
Oh, you got a lat. Nice.
Yeah, yeah. I was playing Vader Bomb like for like a good 2 months
Oh, that's sweet.
for my locals and stuff. It's pretty good.
All right. Well, I'll pack up my ISFs. I'll put them in the mail for you.
Thanks.
They'll be packed up in case I get the call. I'll send them right to LVO.
Nice.
All right. So it looks like you're just
Yeah.
pulling back with the ISFs. They were the most, or the Inferno Squad. They were the most exposed.
Yeah, because even though they were in heavy cover with the dodge, I couldn't. What's it called? I could have played more safely. I could have just double moved with them,
Mm-hmm.
but I said I single moved and tried to kill his single arc model, um, which is a bit greedy. That definitely is. It's definitely not something you want to do. And as you see here, as for consequences of it, of not killing it and being greedy, he's not gonna fire support arc shot into Iden in the open.
Oh yeah, that's not amazing. Well, I mean, you have ID10, so she does have 8 health. He only got 2 through. That's pretty fortunate.
Yeah, then I just book it with Iden.
Yeah. But yeah, this is that conundrum because now you're hiding with two of your biggest impact pieces,
Yeah,
and you're up on
hi,
points. But I mean, you can't hide forever.
I mean, the only thing is gonna take him one move just to shoot me. All
Right.
he has to do is strafe left, and now I'm not safe. So I really didn't. At the time, I was like, well, if I just hide there, you know, I guess I could just shoot the tank, but he could just repair 5 wounds off of it, and it's like that's not really. I don't think I can do that in 4 turns. Just kill his tank, unless I get like really lucky or something. But I don't. It's definitely not happening.
And you just use pulse scan as an ambush, right? You're just double moving here, or did you take a shot?
I did take a shot at his orange clones that did fire support, and he spent a surge and took 3 wounds.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's pretty hot. Sharpshooter too.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yep. Yeah. So I quick thinking. No, actually, no, I didn't quick think. I just shot and then I moved because the card itself gives her aim.
Yeah, her one pip is insane. Gains sharpshooter 2 and an aim, and then when she's done, she gets a dodge and a standby. That's the dream. I'm
Yep.
sure the standby doesn't proc too often, but it's still hot.
I mean, in my first two games playing with it, it did proc
Did it
because
really?
it did because instead of deploying her with the O push, I did Overwatch instead.
Oh, nice.
hmm Yeah, I tend to lean towards the Overwatch loadout when there's a Saber user across the table.
Yeah, makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
And when there's a saber
Now,
tank,
and when there's a Saber tank, you just
you want that
I
extra arm.
almost went with what's it called, the sniper configuration, because
Oh
I could
yeah,
just sit there and
yeah.
do a crit
You could
every turn.
you
But
could put her up top and do crits.
yeah, it's true. But I ended up going with the impact one critical one gun because I felt like I wasn't going to shoot at the tank at all. And at this point in time, it's almost the end of turn two, and I still haven't even thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back to this Iden loadout thing.
Oh
I
yeah.
really think with like Overwatch, and O push and situational awareness. Now, if ID10 has comms jammer and or comms relay, that can do some serious damage or catch your opponent off guard if there's like a saber user. Because if you have it, if you're facing, let's say, a mall, right?
Yep.
You get ID10 with a comms jammer. By the time mall's in your lines, um, most likely he's only gonna have one one pip left. I don't really see him having two one pips left. But if that is the case, because most of the time you're uh doing the comms relay
Yeah, to the
to him
droids.
from the
Yep.
pro droids. So you can always like tie them up with ID10 and also Overwatch, and you can get a pretty good melee piece with her.
Yeah. What just got owned by that tank? Was that Shores or was that Storms
Oh, that was my Storms
with
with
the
a
T21?
T21. They just got absolutely destroyed,
Yeah,
and
obliterated.
yeah, only got single mall left, and
Yep, we know what to
failed the
do.
rally, and then we just moved to
when
safety.
when our cores are down to one model, we know exactly where they're going.
Yeah,
Backwards.
just backwards.
Cowards. Oh shit.
Yeah, there's nothing for him to do.
Yeah, loadout's
Yeah,
pretty
so when he
cool.
did that,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna go back to loadout, but go ahead. Tell me what you're up to.
Yeah, so as soon as he did that, so now I'm feeling extra bad about, okay, it's if I try to engage this tank, I already saw what he did to my stormtrooper squad. He's literally just gonna kill them.
Right.
So if I just sit here, aim and shoot, or move and shoot into it, the chances of me losing activation are significantly high.
Yeah, you gotta imagine he's taking out close to an activation a turn with that thing.
Yeah. And here we go right here. That was
Oh, that
a
that was the
side
start.
arc
Yep.
impact.
Yep. So you get the impact, so two crits, and yeah, the Padme dodge system is busted. So this thing's just gonna, if you do get crits through, that thing's just gonna start taking damage.
Yep. So back to the loadout thing.
Oh yeah, back to loadout. I just think it's like a crazy mechanic, and I love comms jammer. Like all this, like you're saying all the reasons why I'm like hyped to start playing Empire. Is like I just think all this Iden stuff is crazy good.
Yeah, because Iden in melee, uh, I got to pull it up here. I
She got two
think
red.
she does two red, and then you add ID10, which is three white, and you just quick thinking and punch, and it's really good because it's suppressive.
Does
So
marksman
let's
work
say
on melee?
I would have to read a text on that. I'm
Yeah,
not really sure.
I know her card says while attacking, but I know the cards don't take into account what the rules are sometimes. I would imagine it's a ranged attack.
I would assume it does because it says while attacking. It doesn't say ranged attack or melee
Yeah, I
or
just know the card doesn't matter. Let
yeah.
me Google marksman Star Wars Legion.
Well, if that is the case, then that's just extra value
Oh, I mean,
that I didn't take into consideration.
absolutely.
Yeah. So even more reason to start playing Iden.
Oh, all the more reasons to all be
Yeah.
Iden mains. Oh, dang, you're shooting with Boba Fett.
Yeah, I did a risky play here. I just moved out into the open to uh to shoot the tank. Ended up just doing one because of Pierce.
Yeah, but your speed 3 move, I don't think that makes it over the mountains, right? So you gotta like, you can either go on top of them.
Yeah, so at this point, I wasn't really sure. I measured it out. I was like, okay, if I move, I can get to somewhat safety.
Yeah,
Because if he just turns around and starts shooting Boba, but now my the rest of my list can literally shoot at his tank.
yeah, that's true.
So now it's some tough decisions are coming out for both of us.
Yeah,
How
but
much do I overexpose my units just to shoot this tank?
you're doing the
Which is
thing
what
I
I'm
love.
starting to do now.
You're doing the thing I love though, which is you're making your opponent make the tough decisions. You're not making the tough decisions. You're putting your opponent in a position to have to make tough decisions, and you're just gonna react and capitalize on whatever decision he makes. You're gonna do what's best for you in reaction to that. And you've got like a great flank going on both sides, which I just absolutely love. It's like what I love most about playing Rebels is like I feel like they're the best faction to flank. But but I don't know, this Iden Boba 11 act hotness that I have for packs is also going to be a good flanky list.
It's just better now. I actually took this exact same list, dropped Boba, and I put an ATST in there, and I put a whole bunch of upgrades, and I still have a bid. I
Do
think
you
it's like
really?
790, and it's just
Did you
I think I'm gonna
do
start playing that.
did you do the Arsenal 4 pilot?
No. The
What?
only upgrade on the ATST was the surge to hit
Oh,
because
okay.
I need to make sure that impact works against these airplanes, man. These airspeeders.
Yeah, man, airspeeders are crazy.
Yeah, that's my kryptonite, man.
But at the same
Airspeeders.
time, you bring in ATST, and like that's exactly what the airspeeders want to see. So it's a double-edged sword.
I mean, that is very true, but in well, hopefully my opponent does shoot my ATST with their airspeeder and not any of my core units. That's if they do that, that's a win for me, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Because
no,
now they're not shooting my box carriers. You're not shooting my hostage unit.
yeah, fair
You know,
enough. They're shooting the giant lightning rod walking down the street.
yeah. Which is, you know, probably not gonna last long anyway if airspeeder is shooting it. So,
Yeah, fair enough.
but at least my box carrier can get a little bit more far away or something.
Yeah, airspeeders do struggle against the red saves, especially clones with all the surge tokens. I guess like less so now, but I've had airspeeders shoot so many red saves and just like do nothing, do one. It's so depressing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually a CIS main guy,
Yeah, for sure.
so that's the reason why I like playing CIS. Because if I roll bad, I just don't complain because I expect it
Yeah,
on
that's right.
offense and
It's
defense.
all about
6
expectations.
white dice, no surge. Sounds good.
Sounds good. We're just always
Sounds good.
scratching tickets.
Is that you said 8 hits? All right, I guess I'll take 8 wins. Yeah.
Only got 6.
The only
Gotta.
question I have is, was this suppressive? So.
True. So did someone shoot Boba? I didn't see a suppression over there, but I thought I saw
Yes.
red
So he
lights.
moved I believe it was the 5 squad, moved and shot Boba, and did 1 wound, I believe.
Gotcha. Oh, looks like your snipey boys are coming out to play again.
Yeah. So they're definitely coming out. I ended up like forward cohering here, so I can't, you know, so you can't kill my unit.
Right.
And I try to go for that single arc model that's right there, and I don't really remember what happens. Yeah, that sounds about right. Absolutely nothing.
GCW sniper blanking out.
Yeah, yeah, that
Uh,
sounds about
and
right.
Timbo's got his card down before anyone hits the buttons, which you gotta love. Love that he's not
Y-
clocking you when he puts his card down. My opponents were clocking me the second they put their card down. It's like, oh, geez, it's intense. All right,
Oh,
so you.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's what the rules say. What the rules say. I mean,
Oh
I
yeah, I'm
will
just.
take zero offense if someone does that to me at
I didn't
all.
take offense. I was just
So,
surprised.
some people might though, but I definitely won't.
Yeah, I guess I but I wouldn't clock anybody either. So I think that was my thinking. All right, so you got whipcord launcher here. What's your plan?
Yep. But so since there's no season initiative on Boba, this was the only way for me to get order on him.
Gotcha. Oh, you're
Besides his
just
3-pip.
one pipping him. I got it.
Yep.
And yeah, even if you just jump onto one of those mountains, you could probably find a spot that's pretty hidden from the tank. And like you said, he has to completely. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I wake up at 5 for work. I'm up before you get home.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
uh, yeah, you could probably find a good hiding spot for him over there, even if you don't make it over the rocks.
Yeah, his Saber tank is just. I think right now it's only sitting on 2 wounds or 3 wounds.
I think 3.
Yeah, I think 3. I mean, it's just a matter of time before he starts repairing.
Oh yeah, right. That's the other thing. You've got to do it like all in one moment. Oh, you're moving back.
Yeah, end up shooting tank, impact 1, Pierce. And then I just moved back. I ended up not even using the whipcord itself, but the whole attempt behind it was to get an order on Boba because if I lose him right there, now I have to play super aggressive
Yeah. No.
against a tank that's about to be fully healed.
Mhm. Yeah, this is a really interesting cat and mouse game that you've got to play to not lose points and maybe try and take something else off the board to give you a little more room. Point
Yeah,
five.
and it's not unlike it was earlier in the days of Legion where it was like you tap your Vapsis Blue and then you just go hide, you
Right.
know? But
Mhm.
now it's, I think, in my opinion, and it's probably definitely just my play style, you have to just go aggressive. But you got to be smart about it. You have to attempt to make your opponent do slightly worse decisions than you.
Yeah, but them is the only way to do that. Like put it like exacting some pressure or leverage, or else you're just gonna give your opponent free reign. You're not gonna put any mental burden on them at all.
Exactly.
So clones are doing pretty well in Invader League. You think it's only because they're pre-nerf?
Um, I think it has. I think it has more to do with the players actually playing with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, before the nerf, I mean, anybody can just pick up clones and do aim dodge and share tokens. That
Yeah.
has
It was easy
nothing
mode.
to do with anything. It's easy mode. But to actually still be competitive with them, you actually had to be a good player. Which everyone that's still in, well, that it was in single limbs period, is already a great player. So it definitely has to do with the players. And then sometimes you just get bad matchups, and there's nothing you can really do about that.
Oh yeah, and these games take hours. You
Yeah,
like we inherently invest more into them because we play so many fewer games than like I had the day off yesterday. I probably played like 9 games of team fight tactics. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
in that amount of time, I could have maybe played 2 Legion games, maybe. Um, oh no, I like yeah, no, not even. Yeah. So we we have so much more riding on every Legion game because we get to play so few.
exactly. Yeah, like, well, I've been playing a lot more lately. Well, once a week is a lot for me,
Yeah, how many
but
games do you get in?
um, usually, well, before I had the kid a year ago, I was getting like 3 games a week, just at my kitchen table, with a couple friends, and
Yeah, that's sweet.
yeah, I was doing that, and then now I'm lucky if I get 1 game a week. So we usually just do our monthly tournament here in the store. I think every other month, Izzy will put on a tournament for us in Seattle.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's cool. The Seattle community is so, um, I guess like just present. Like I'm in Massachusetts and there's very little. My local shop
Yeah,
was playing, so that's like one of the reasons why I was excited to get into the game. And then they had one event and then they haven't had another one since, and that was like 9 months ago or something.
yeah, man. Try to It's really hard, man, to start a community. It absolutely is.
Oh, I mean, I completely agree, and I wish I was a young person with that. I have two kids. My wife and I work completely opposite schedules, like you said. You and your lady do, and it's just like, if I'm playing Legion, it's because I stayed up late. Like I streamed to Orc's game the other night because I didn't have school the next day, so I could stay up till 1 in the morning and it wouldn't hurt me. But normally, when I have to wake up at 5:15 for school, I can't be staying up late playing Legion every night, as much as I want to.
Yeah, for sure.
Once in a while I do it and I kick myself.
Yeah. I was actually before Invader League even started, I was actually tempted to just drop because my thought process was, well, if I'm just gonna sacrifice my little sleep already to play Legion, I think I'm just gonna not play this season.
Yeah, yeah. And then
But I got lucky enough that my opponents are able enough to work with me on my not flexible schedule at all, and just to only play weekends.
yeah, that's great. I mean, I know a couple games didn't end up happening, so it's tough for everyone. But obviously, it feels like um got great opponents. I mean, I definitely had a couple good opponents.
Yeah, especially Timbo, man. He was like very helpful because before we played this game, I messaged him like an hour prior. I was like, "Hey, man,
Oh,
I'm
really?
actually free right now. Do you have time to play?" He's like, "When?" I'm like, "We had to start within the next 6 hours," and then we ended up, and this is what happened. Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so this is you shooting the tank again.
yeah. So as you see, there's a damage token out right now on the tank.
Oh, you cracked it.
Yeah. So right now, I believe he's sitting at 7 or 8.
And has he not gone with R2?
I think he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, you can see the token barely.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right here. And
right in the middle
he,
of the
yeah, and he healed
glove.
it.
Yep. So at this point, I know for sure he did use the clone engineer and he did use R2. He actually used R2 both times. Uh,
Oh,
I
jeez.
believe he healed it the turn prior, and then he used it this turn.
Yeah, I mean, you just must be cracking that thing then, for it to be that damaged with through five heals.
Yeah, it's
Was those
called
were those
it's
marksman
the side
shots?
arc.
Yeah. Oh, the side. Yeah.
It's the side arc. That's what it was. The snipers going to the side and the T-21 squad going to the side. That's what that's what really did it. It's because he had to switch targets. He had to switch from shooting at Boba to okay, now you can't see anything on that side.
Yeah, you're doing a
To
great
he has
job
to
of giving him something just a little bit, enough for him to feed off of it, and then you just switch, a little bait and
yeah
switch. Because Boba's still in a great position to like you could just three pip, jump onto this AT, and finish it off next turn.
yeah that's definitely an option. And I think this is turn 4. Well, it's about to be turn 4.
Timbo's already got his card out. Love it. Your previous one's still out there. Oh, there. Now he clocked you. Let's go. And there's the jetpack
And then
rocket.
yep.
Yeah, I love this play. Um, did you know he was only on standing orders?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was gonna play like ambush.
Oh, he still had air support. Oh no, he played air support the previous turn.
Yeah,
Um,
so he definitely
his
has
other card's
a
blast
one
off.
pip.
He had blast off as his other card.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And I guess he could have blast off and like um uh, you know wait, can you calculate odds to the Nope, he can't
Nope.
calculate odds, so no.
Yeah, so I ended up doing blast, impact 4, impact 3, pierce 1. There goes the tank for Boba.
Yeah, gross. That was a range 3 shot?
Yeah, range 3.
Oh yeah. That's sick. Yeah, I guess the tank's so good. Yeah, I love that. That was a great play. Is this the end of the game?
Yeah, that's the end of the game.
he scoops
Because
it.
now at this point, it's just too far ahead on points.
Do you guys finish this turn, or does he just scoop?
I think I typed something on the. I think we do finish the turn.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
11
we'll
more
find out in a
minutes
couple
left, but I
seconds.
didn't. I definitely
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, we're definitely talking. That's what it was.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I absolutely love that play, and um, I love the jetpack rocket. I'm really digging Boba. I love that you're crushing with this list that was just given to you, and I love that. Like, I'm hyped to go play my own item Boba list. So I'm happy you came on. You said you never do any content, never talk to people. I've never like heard you on anything, but there's not that many Legion podcasts or anything, you know?
No, I don't. I don't really do content. Mainly because of my schedule.
Yeah.
It makes
Well,
sense.
I'm super pumped you came out with me. I mean, we talked a little bit in ACO and LSO, and obviously you've been freaking crushing this season. So
Yeah, I like going to those tournaments like that because that's actually time for me to sleep. So
yeah, we're standing for 9 hours or 12 hours, whatever, playing games. But low key, you're just like, oh, I'm gonna get
low
eight
key, like,
hours of
damn.
sleep. This is
Yeah,
gonna be hot.
for real.
Does your lady know? Is she like she's like, oh,
Oh yeah,
I
she
think he
knows.
just wants to sleep.
Yep, she
Nice.
knows.
That's awesome. That's sweet. Um,
Yeah, she encourages me to go. So
so now you're in top 16 of Invader League. Do you know what you're facing next?
I do not know. Um, it is the winner of Doc Velo, and
Rex.
I think it's a Rebel list.
Gotcha.
So basically, Rex and it's double airspeeder. That's what he has. Casting K2, double airspeeder. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, super happy, fun times. Yeah, the
Yeah.
jetpack rocket won't be as good against air speeders, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's very true.
Um,
But yeah, we'll see, man. This list has been forcing me to play in a way I'd never had before, which opens my mind up to more list building and strategies to the game that I never saw possible because I just never had it in front of me before.
yeah, I mean,
Because
and that's
it's very different from playing Maul and B1s.
right. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's so much different.
Yeah.
And you top aided ACO, right? You top aided LSO, you top aided SoCal.
Not ACO. No, that
Oh,
was
you
my
didn't top
first
eight?
major tournament.
Oh,
Nah.
okay.
Yeah, I got destroyed there. We're not talking about
Oh, my bad, my bad. I was trying to give you too much
that.
credit.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
sweet. Well,
Just LSO and SoCal.
and now top 16. So you just got to win one more, you get another top 8, take down LVO with your Iden list. It's going to be hot. I'm ready for it.
Oof.
I'm
Oof.
rooting for you, dude.
We'll see, man.
All right, man.
I
Well,
don't think.
oh, go ahead.
No, so are you going to LVO?
I am up in the air. I don't have a seat because I wasn't playing Legion when the tickets went on sale. I'm that new. So, I'd like to go. I just don't 100% have it. But I'm good for PAX, and I'm going to the one in upstate New York in February, which like is gonna be smaller, but it's still like all the tables look sweet and they have cool prizes. So I'm pretty hyped for that one
In
too.
February. That sounds interesting. Sounds like
Yeah, I
something
think.
I can make.
Ooh, I mean, hey, dude, if you want to come to like like literally middle of nowhere, upstate New York, have I got the event for you? But it's like I think it's gonna be me. Obviously, that whole local community. I think Ghost Walking's gonna drive up. I'm pretty sure Ed is gonna fly to Philly and drive up with Ghost Walking. And
Nice.
Ed's like, how cold's it gonna be? Like 40 degrees? I'm like, oh, Ed, you sweet little baby angel.
Oh no.
it's
It's
gonna
about to
be,
be freezing,
it's
isn't it?
gonna
I'm
be.
from Florida, so I
Oh yeah,
don't
well,
really know what winter
I'll
is.
bring I'll bring extra winter coats for you guys because it's gonna be about 9 degrees, dude. It's gonna be
Oof.
if it's 10, I'll be shocked. Dead of
Oof.
February in a turn, but it's at a casino, which is cool.
Okay.
That's like Luke Cook's neck of the woods, so he's probably gonna be there.
Oh man.
So we could
Me and
make
Luke
it.
Cook at a casino again.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no.
dude. That's what we live for. So, hey, dude, I really really appreciate you coming on and shooting the shit with me.
All right, man.
And
Appreciate it.
good job on your win.
Thank you.